Well, hello beautiful people, and welcome to this video where we are going to talk about chart rulers. Now, you hear a lot of astrologers mentioning chart rulers, but what the heck is it? Now, it's basically all in the name, all right? So a chart ruler is basically the element that is going to rule your birth chart. So this is really important because it indicates the flavor that your whole chart is going to take. Now, how it is you find your chart ruler? Well, nothing is easier. So you are going to start by identifying your rising sign. So your rising sign is always in your first house. And this was the sign that was rising at the moment of your birth. Now, if you go I'm going to use my chart as example. So if you look at my chart here, you notice that my rising sign is Scorpio. The next step is going to need you to know what planet rule each sign. So each astrological sign is ruled by a planet, and that planet may differ whether you're using, for example, traditional astrology, modern astrology. So it all depends what current you adhere. For example, I adhere more to a traditional astrology style, but when it comes to identifying chart rulers, I am going to get really intuitive about it because some chart rulers might have, different possibilities. Some signs might be ruled by two different planets depending the style of astrology that you're practicing. So going back to chart rulers. For example, if you look at my chart, I am a Scorpio rising. Now, if you look at what planet is ruling Scorpio, well, depending if you're going more traditional or modern, you can have two. If you're going traditional, then Scorpio is ruled by Mars. But if you're going more modern, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. So in my case, when I'm faced with those choices, I go with my intuition, all right? So for myself, because, I know myself, Pluto is more adequate. So my chart ruler would be Pluto. And as you can see, Pluto is also situated in my first house. So this chart ruler is going to directly impact me because it's in the first house. It's in the house of personalities. It's in the house of the self. So you can say that pretty much everything in my life, pretty much everything in my chart is going to be ruled by deep transformational changes. It's going to be ruled by the vibe that Pluto is bringing to my chart. And this is really important because it helps you to understand someone's personality and soul. It helps you to understand what drives them. And when you look at this for myself, I love change. I love deep transformational changes. For me, it's just a way to scale even higher, to reach higher levels. So everything that I'm going to do in life, I'm going to be doing in order to bring positive change, to bring those big transformational changes. And I'm also doing a lot of personal work to bring even more changes, all right? So to sum it up, to find a chart ruler, you need to first identify the rising sign. So rising sign, first house, in my case, Scorpio. All right? Now, what planet rules Scorpio? It's going to be either Mars or Pluto, depending, the type of astrology that you are practicing. So for me, Pluto is in my first, or Mars is going to be in my 10th in Leo. All right, so you go intuitively at this step. So depending on whatever you feel, trust that it is the right thing. All right, so I'm gonna wish you a really good day. I hope that this was useful for you, and I will see you soon for another astrological or spirituality led video. If you're not already, you can subscribe to my channel to never miss another video, or follow me on Instagram for even more content at Oracle_V. I love you guys, and you take care.